Many times we've talked about the ovulation calendar, and we've said that the ovulation calendar specifically, it gives a method by which you can actually calculate your safe days and your danger days. But also it is very, very important to know that if you are trying to chart your menstrual cycle, you need to know some of the key signs by which you can tell that you are fertile. In this video, we are going to discuss about the ovulation calendar. We are going to discuss about the fertility awareness methods that are readily available. Now, the ovulation calendar specifically, you have to realize that if you see your periods today and then you see your periods the next day, actually you have to count from the first day you see your periods, and when you count from the first day you see your periods, on the 14th day, that's when you are most likely going to ovulate. Now that's what we call the ovulation day. But remember, these days you have to actually also count the 3 days back and then include the 14th day. When you count that, that's what we call the ovulation day, or the time when you are ovulating. But remember, this works if at all you have periods if you have a menstrual cycle that is very, very regular. If your menstrual cycle is regular, if it's a 28-day menstrual cycle, then there are high chances that this method will work for you. But if at all your menstrual cycle is irregular, then there are high chances that this method may not work for you. So, if you are a woman and you have an irregular menstrual cycle, what are you supposed to do? How can you calculate your safe days if your menstrual cycle is irregular? Still, we actually have to look at, let's say you have a menstrual cycle that runs for 20 days, and then the next month you see your periods running for 14 days only. That's what we call a typical irregular menstrual cycle. So what you need to do is you actually need to pick out one menstrual cycle. You have to pick out one cycle when you've seen your periods. Let's say you've been having an irregular menstrual cycle, and then it happens that you see your menses. Out of nowhere you see your menses. You should use that opportunity and then begin counting. When you see your menses, like today, if you see your periods today, then you begin counting from the first day you've seen your menses, and then on the 14th day, that is what we call your ovulation day. So, in a nutshell, if you have an irregular menstrual cycle, all you need to do is pick out one cycle when you see your periods, pick out one particular month, and then you still use this 14th day menstrual counting. If you use this 14th day technique, then you will be able to tell your ovulation calendar, or you will be able to tell your ovulation days. Now, when we look at other fertility awareness methods, these include actually looking at your cervical fluid frequency, and then also the consistency. If you begin experiencing cervical fluid which is actually kind of like egg white, then it is sticky, then it means that there are high chances you could be ovulating. Of course, not forgetting the temperature method, whereby you chart your body temperature. At that particular point, when your temperatures tend to rise, then we also say that is when you are most likely going to be ovulating. That's now what we call the basal body temperature method. We've talked about the ovulation calendar, whereby you specifically wait for that particular day, you see your menses, and then you begin counting. And then we've also talked about the basal body temperature. We've also talked about monitoring your cervical fluid. When you see your cervical fluid becoming sticky, kind of egg white, and then also very slippery, then we said that still you could actually be in the period when you actually would be ovulating. That's the time when you are ovulating. So if you have been trying to get pregnant and you are asking yourself, what should you do, then you can actually use this. This is what we call the fertility awareness method. Now, there are other things you need to know as a woman trying to get pregnant. These include these include diseases or issues which could prevent you from getting pregnant. For example, if you have issues with your fallopian tubes, it's what we call the hydrosalpingitis. if you have issues with your fluid or with your fallopian tubes and they are actually having fluid in them, you've done the ultrasound scan and it has showed that you have fluid in them, then it is high time you actually get checked by your gynecologist, your specialist, and then they will advise you on what you need to do. There's a book that talks about everything I'm discussing here, and it is known as Take Charge of Your Fertility by Tony Welsher. Tony Welsher wrote a very fantastic book, and if you would like to take the time and read more about what I'm talking about here, what I'm discussing here, then kindly get her book. You'll be able to learn more about what I'm just discussing here. Tony Welsher, Take Charge of Your Fertility. It's a fantastic book. And then remember, after purchasing your book, you can actually buy your book. You can purchase your book by going to the description of this video, just below this video. Click on that link, and then you will be able to they will take you to where you can purchase this book from. It is very, very affordable compared to what you will get, the value, the worth of the knowledge that you are going to get. It is really, really it's a very fantastic book. So if you have got your book today, you've purchased this book, Take Charge of Your Fertility, and you are asking yourself, you've read something you've not understood, I'm readily available on my WhatsApp. The numbers are below this video, I think in this corner or in this corner. Just WhatsApp me, send me a message, DM me a message on WhatsApp. You can also send me a message on Facebook Messenger, but that's kind of a bit lengthy. Just send me a message on those WhatsApp numbers, and then tell me the area you've read, and then whereby you are having difficulties. I'll be able to advise you free consultation after you have bought this book today. Remember, get this book today if you have been trying to get pregnant and things are not working out. It's high time you took charge of your fertility. GERALD Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. Thank you for watching today's video. I'm really so sorry about the audio. There are lots of I'm shooting this video just next to a road, and I really thought that you need to know something about how you can get pregnant faster. Get this book today, Take Charge of Your Fertility by Tony Welsher. Thank you and have yourself a great day. This video has been shot this 16th day of August 2022, and remember, it's a fantastic video. I hope to talk to you soon.